You're about to see body cam footage from the arrest of Reed Duran. In September 2022, Reed showed up to an elementary school orientation. At first, everything seemed normal, but then parents started to notice that he was hovering over one particular child and acting strange. That's when the police were called and things get disturbing. Reed was constantly lying during questioning, and when they asked him how he came up with the name of the child he was hovering over, he said he didn't know. It's the name that came to mind at that point in time, and it was just a guess. That wasn't the case at all, but we'll get back to that. At a certain point, the police started to search his vehicle, and they found pamphlets for a recovery center. When they asked Reed about what they were for, he said it was for drug addiction. It turns out it was not for drug addiction. It was because Reed was addicted to looking at explicit images of children. And the reason that he was actually there that day was to kidnap a child. And I've got to warn you, this is when it gets extremely messed up. Remember when he said he just happened to guess the name of the child? He didn't. He had been stalking the family on Facebook for weeks. He knew that they were going to be at this orientation that day, so he filed paperwork impersonating to be the child's father in an attempt to kidnap her that day or another day at school. He became obsessed with their child after seeing images of her on their Facebook, and he used the orientation as an opportunity to carry out one of the most diabolical plots I have ever heard of in my lifetime. And later, after he was arrested, he actually attempted to stab one of the police officers. So here's some of the body cam footage, but just a warning, it is going to disturb you and it's going to piss you off.
So what are you doing here in Xenia? So what brought you to St. Bridget? Did you drive by, or was there a specific reason that brought you here?
There being a lot of families here.
So you knew there was a lot of families here?
Yeah.
Okay, how did you know there was a lot of families here?
Because it's an elementary school.
But it's in the evening. It's Monday evening. What brought you here?
I looked up the dates that they have for when they are having these kind of events.
Okay, so what was your intent when you were looking that up? What were you trying to do? When you were looking up to see when their events were, to see when people were going to be here, was it people, children, families, what?
Children.
Okay. So you came here specifically looking for children. Okay. Was there a specific family or just children in general?
Just in general.
Okay, so you didn't know anybody here. And why were you here, sir?
Because of kids.
Okay. What do you mean because of kids?
Because I'm attracted to children.
Okay, so you're attracted to children. What were you coming here to do tonight? Walk me through what was going to go on tonight.
Kids.
Okay. Just anyone in particular? Was there a specific?
Just anyone in particular.
Okay. So walk me through when you got here. What happened?
Made up a story that I had a child that was going to school here.
Okay. Did you give a name or anything for the child that was going to school? Or?
I said.
Okay. How'd you get that name?
I just came up with a name that had J in it.
Why did it have to be J?
Just the first name that popped, first letter that popped.
Is that honestly the truth? Because I think you saw that name or came up with that name some other way. So how'd you come up with that name?
Just using it, coming up with a name that goes with the letter J.
Okay. So why J? What was specific about J?
I said it's like the.
Okay. So what about a last name? Did you give a last name for who you were here with? Last name you gave. Okay. So how did you come up with that name?
I researched the people that are going here.
Okay. So was it online?
Yeah.
Okay. So you knew that name before you got here?
They asked me if I had a kid here, and I told them the name, and then went to the classroom that kid would be going to school, and they said that she'd be going to this class, and so I pretended that it was my kid.
Okay. Did you interact with?
I did not. I just kind of was behind her.
You were behind her?
Yeah, just kind of been near her.
Okay. Were you Were you here for her or for anybody else, or was it multiples?
It was just her.
Just her?
Yeah.
All right, look at me. All right. How'd you pick her?
Just by her looks.
Okay. Was this prior to tonight, or?
Yeah.
Okay. You say you were attracted to children, so you're a minor attracted adult. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So what was your plan tonight?
To take her home with me.
Okay. And what?
Sure.
Okay. Touch her how?
Inappropriately.
What do you mean inappropriately?
Something they do to an adult. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Uh, and what would be the purpose in this? Like, why did you want to come here and take her home with you and touch her? Why did you want to do that?
Because it's a desire that I have.